everyone. Welcome to Bio Harmonic Technologies. I am Emsley Vondet, and today I am interviewing the wonderful Dr. Heather with the McCarter Health Center out in West Virginia, also opening a new location in Ohio. Welcome, Dr. Heather.
Hello, Emsley. I'm so happy to be on the Zoom call with you today. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. So happy to have you. So, real quick, I just want to ask you, because you were saying that you're opening up a center in Ohio. Um, so where are you located now, and what are you going to be doing with Ohio?
So I am a chiropractor with a multidisciplinary facility in Parkersburg, West Virginia. And across the river is Ohio and a small town, the first settlement of the Northwest Territory in Marietta, Ohio. I'll be opening up a new healing energetic center that deals with the nervous system, and then obviously the vibroacoustic technologies, sound therapies, and energy therapies, and an old 1896 stone house
I
on the
love.
river. So energetically, it's a really great spot. I'm excited.
Yeah, it sounds like a dream location. I'm super excited for when it opens. And for those
Thank you.
watching, yeah, for those watching, we are going to be leaving all the descriptions down below and going over where you can reach out to talk to Heather. So yeah, I just wanted to give a little brief introduction, and that way people can know where to find you, know where you are. And but let's get deep and dive in here. I want to know, what was your first experience with the vibe, and where did this all get started for you?
Well, I was just in Boise in May for my 120th hour in cell core biosciences, learning about the bioactive carbon detoxification. And there's a lot of vendors usually in the atrium during our breaks. And I happened to notice, obviously, Dr. Schwartz and Linda there with 3 V.I.B.E beds, and they were packed the entire time. Normally, I'm a voyeur, and to make a long story short, it was like second day, and I asked Linda if I could sign up, and she said, "I'm so sorry, it's 2:45. We have not ate at lunch. Could you come back?" And so I came back at 3:30, and there was all these sharks and all these people that really needed to get on there. And so I just stood back, and she tagged me and pulled me in, and I was able to try it then, and flew home in May thinking about it, and really just dove right in. I mean, we didn't obtain it until August, but that was more just, back and forth, working with you all, working with financing, and found just the best routes possible. And voila, received our first bed in July. And
Wonderful.
I just, Dr. Schwartz was so readily available. It's so down to earth. Explained it the ways that I needed to begin understanding sound. I deep dive everything. So it was just sound resonance frequency. So I've just been on a whole new journey ever since. It's been great.
Wonderful. And I'm assuming that when you had your experience, that did you experience anything, like did you feel amazing after? Like did you have a personal experience yourself that that kind of inspired you to be like, okay, I got to get this thing for my center?
The sound therapy in general has been on my radar since about 2001. I graduated chiropractic school in 1999, but you can't be everything. So you deep dive into what you can, and you can't spread yourself so thin, or you're just not efficient for the population you're trying to treat. And this provided that opportunity to really start to dive into sound, and when you add the vibratory experience to it. So you can't explain it to anybody that has not tried a vibroacoustic technology system, until you can hear the frequency and feel the vibration, actually feel the sound and have it immerse through you, and then sense that emotional release. It's a profound experience. I would say in the first 10 minutes it gave you the taste of, at a demo, at a show. If any of you get to try a vibe bed, it's enough for you to realize, oh my God, there's nothing really else like this, and this goes that deep. So, it touches places and assists in healing in ways that never before could we really reach in this manner. So, you will get the essence if you can find a vibe bed near you. Then I would go and try it, and that's all you'll really need to do. And then you'll either be buying packages from wherever you went, or you'll purchase your own.
Exactly. Like we like to say, either come vibe with us or go vibe yourself.
Yes, yes, for
It is
sure.
an amazing, it is an amazing tool, and for so many different things. So that leads me to my next question is, how are you specifically using the vibe in your wellness center currently right now with your practices and your clients?
Well, it was really purchased for the Gateway, which is the new facility that I'm calling in Marietta. And that Gateway, I even talked to Dr. Schwartz about it at that time. I was supposed to open in July, but I'm not opening until March just due to mass renovations of saving the foundation of the house. So I moved it against anything that I had planned to my facility that I've ran for 24 years and incorporated it into that facility. And just like I do with anything that's new that I 100% believe in, and that's an adjunct to the healing modalities that we already do, I jump in with both feet. And then we just start doing homework on it and researching, and we do for those of you that do not know, once you purchase, there's an amazing affiliate chat line at all times, and an amazing doctor and therapist and personal owners of the V.I.B.E system chat line. And it's very personal. It's very involved and personal, and it just gets better each week.
Thank you for that. Yeah, and thank you for pointing out that we do have a wonderful community. We have a WhatsApp chat where everyone can communicate and like, what do you do about
Yes, it's growth inspiring for sure, and beneficial for, especially as a physician working with treatment protocols, really working to, where do I put this into my detoxification protocols? Where do I put this into my vets with PTSD, or any of the other, myriad of reasons you would suffer from PTSD? My autoimmunities, my extreme toxic. There's just so much you can utilize it for. So I really am enjoying the evolution of the protocols.
Wonderful, thank you. And real quick, because I'm also curious, so you said that you're a chiropractor, so and I'm actually that's actually how I ran into Steven. I have scoliosis or had. I've been treating it and it's much better now. I've had it since a kid. Um and that's kind of what got me into the chiropractic care and now the vibe and all that fun stuff. So as a chiropractor, are you using your vibe before you do like are you adjusting people on the vibe or like at your center like where is the vibe? Are you putting people on the
So
vibe?
our Vibe has its own treatment space. We have 9 treatment rooms and a physical therapy department. So we do have a lot of space. So it has its own space, and we have it muted, lighted, almost like a spa effect, like a massage table would be, with an
Mhm.
end table with the amps on it, and then a lighting system, the different types of weighted eye masks and such, and blankets for people that get a little chilly. Um, um, Normally I do it. I have been doing it after. Ironically, I do massage before to loosen, but I really do. I feel like I attune the nervous system, and then I'm going energetically deeper with the vibration and resonance into the cellular matrix after.
Mm,
That's my ideal.
yeah.
We have promoted many packages right now for increasing our filling up the schedule,
Mhm.
and really just educating people. I'm also giving a free trial to people, because people have no clue, patients have
Right,
no
and
clue what they're getting ready to experience. And I would say it's an 85% extremely positive whoa.
Mhm.
If it's not, then it's they have so much that it probably cracked open so much emotional hold or cellular backup, that it freaks, I wouldn't say freaks them out, it makes them like go whoa, in a way. And
Yeah,
that's who really needs it the most. That's who then you really target them.
yeah.
But so only having it since September, August, and in that meantime I also had hired an associate for 10 months that quit, so we've had a little bit of a revamp. But I Jocelyn is my assistant. That's my director of growth. So I have one person dedicated to this. We have everything. We have a book in there. We have all of the tracks. We have all of it listed. We put together protocols. We give ideas. We make suggestions, and then we put them on there for 30 to 60-minute protocols, depending on where they are in their progression of care. We're also really focusing. I just started a PTSD trial with 2 vets that are very strong, grounded vets that carry their PTSD very well, and they don't let it out per se. So I'm really and I'm I'm working with PTSD national questionnaires and forming a whole 3-month to see really what I'm working with before I really vamp with the VA, because I ran an out of the darkness walk for suicide prevention for 10 years. And I work a lot with that. And there's a safe way of doing things when you're really cracking that emotional code. So when somebody's coming to me for something really emotionally charged like that, I'm wanting to have some sort of protocol rather than just whimsical. So I'm actually doing a whole 3-month template with my first vet. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I have a lot of family members in the military, and thank you for them for serving our country. But unfortunately, you're right. Like it leaves a lot of PTSD. They've seen things that are horrific, and they need a
Yeah,
lot
and they bury it. If you don't process it, you're storing
because
it.
they need to be strong. They're so strong, and it's like,
Yeah, there's so many different things, and
I love that you're
so many
doing.
different things. But it is horrendous what they're up against, and you
Mm.
know what? Yeah, and we'll probably get to that question. Like what am I seeing? With patients so far, and I'm so new into this. You give me a year. I'm 3 years into Cellcore, and I'm getting ready to do my 150th hour of training. And if for those of you that don't know Cellcore, it's bioactive carbon detoxification, mold, parasites, industrial environmental toxins, and heavy metals. And it's a very profound systematic detox. So to utilize this along with these patients to really resonate the water, the cellular matrix, and allow the toxins to be kicked into the carbon more efficiently to then be pulled to the lymph, the liver, the bowel, and the kidney and urine is going to be that in itself is so exciting to me. That's my number one excitement, really, is working with the detox and putting that into, if you're doing a 4 to 10 month detoxification protocol with me, where do you put the V.I.B.E in there on top of it to promote the depth of detoxification that Cellcore provides?
Mhm.
And as those two joining together, it's just going to be revolutionary.
Absolutely. I'm getting goosebumps and tears just thinking about it. I'm like, this just sounds like a match made in heaven. It sounds amazing. I'm
Yeah,
super
really
excited
good.
to see where that goes, which leads me to my next question. Um, have you personally experienced an unexpected positive shift as a result of using the vibe?
Well, I would say the most profound is that, I'm a very type A, don't stop girl. Until I crash, and you get better with it at 50, but at the same time, you still have a lot of growth per se to calm down. I don't meditate well, in other words. I'm a triple fire sign and I just don't meditate well. I really just go all over the place. And I can't tell you, there's not one time that I have just not knocked into a whole different realm and it doesn't matter if it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, I am gone. And I don't mean gone like you're asleep. It's almost like being in control of your own dream in some ways.
Mhm.
And I do a lot of, I whatever I do in my facility, I learn. And meaning I don't just sell something to make money. I actually school myself. So whether it's 2 years of CBD, 3 years of Cellcore, and now since May with sound and resonance, um, once you realize what it can do, um, for the meditative purposes, it's profound how it reaches to that level. So that and a level of calm. So when I am finished with let's just say it's cell cleanser or it's body instrumental into abundance. I was getting to the point where when learning, I'm trying to go through all the 43 tracks. 42, 43 tracks right now to just so I understand when somebody says, I don't know about the voices in the back of spectrum, they're kind of tweaking me out, then I can understand what they mean. And so I've not been through all 43 yet. I'm probably at like 22 tracks, where I have listened to them intently to try to understand them first. And then reading the description, we have that logged now. And I do highly recommend, really getting your ducks in a row to understand what you are delivering to your client, if you are a spa or your patient base, no matter what practitioner healing or healer that you are.
Mhm. Wonderful.
And the other positive shift is it's so calming. Like I can't get that calm even with CBD. I can't get that calm with magnesium. I can't get that calm with flower Bach remedies. And it's a calm that is what you really would love to be calm, like it's so naturally zen like. It's
Mhm.
to a depth that you can't really I've just never got to. I have not reached that expertise in my meditative practice to get there. So, and then, one negative thing that I've found is, there's emotional shift. These sonic pharmaceuticals Is that it? The sonic cycles? Is that the unacknowledged to acknowledged?
The cellular attunement.
Yes, cellular attunements. So I was like, I have 30 minutes. I'm going to do 1 through 6 because they're 5 minutes apiece, you all, for those that don't know. And whoa, you can't do that much emotional switchback. I came out of there like a nut bar. I mean, my head was spinning like Beetlejuice. So be aware, it's powerful. You think, oh, I'm just laying on a vibe bed and feeling really cozy, or not a vibe bed, a vibe system and feeling really cozy. No, it is scientifically profound. And those are the moments that you realize that the good with the bad, like you can't do that.
It's so
Because it is that scientifically resonating, and it is releasing or switching that cellular memory to from one behavior or pattern of negative feedback in yourself to a more positive flow, and it was very real. So it can go either way
it's so
if you do too much.
Very true, very true. And I just wanted to reiterate what you were saying because I feel the same way as someone that works 24/7. We're working really hard to bring the good vibes to the world. But whenever we actually lay on the vibe, same thing for like 20 minutes, because my brain, I'm very go, 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 do, do, do. And as soon as I lay on the vibe, it's just like, whoop, a light switch went off. I'm just in this
It's
blissful
profound.
heaven, and it's just like I like to say it's like hopping into a hot tub without getting wet, like
It's
everything
even bigger.
feels chill.
I can't even listen to solfeggio frequencies. I do this a lot, when I'm doing patient notes per se, or writing a report, or going to sleep at night, I would listen to that. And it's different. When you get the vibro acoustic combo and that vibratory depth across the connective tissue, it's just,
Absolutely. And like
I
Stephen,
just encourage anybody to do it. You can't explain it until you do it. And
it's true.
the vet that I put on it, that's so stoic, he cried the first time on it with body instrumental. And he said, I fought it because, I mean, I don't cry and this is not what I expected. It's like,
Mhm.
this is not what I expected at all. I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect this. And I didn't expect it to reach the depth that it did and zap me that quick. I tried to control it. I can't control it even. And that's profound because this is a man that served 14 years. He's only in his 30s and he is profoundly stoic. You can't dent him,
Right.
he's a tank.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I don't know probably when he cried last. And I was very careful in picking that first trial of a vet because I didn't want somebody to be um vulnerable. There's a lot of vets that go to suicidal ideology or a drug addiction or anger outbursts, and just have a lot of mental chaos. So I didn't want, I started with something that I felt from the outside in was a little more structured with containing their emotions. So for him to already peel out of there in one treatment with cracking some sort of cellular code.
Yeah, that is
um,
said profound and unbelievable and incredible. That's like miraculous. It's
It
amazing.
really is. I mean, that's the point of it. So really diving deep into the therapeutic benefits, not only of detoxification, but nervous system attunement, just going to the energetic. I've always been in the physical world of working with physical therapy, massage therapy, chiropractic to really balance the musculoskeletal and nervous systems, and then cold laser for soft tissue to get at the cell level of a healing with infrared light and with red light, but not in nutrition. So to add the quantum level is
Right.
slam dunk to me. It's the piece.
Mhm. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing all of that with us. It's so incredible.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a couple more minutes here. And so I want to ask a couple more questions. I got two more questions for you. Um,
Okay.
so let's say there's someone at home thinking about buying this and they've got a holistic center, and how would you recommend or give advice to someone that's sitting at home thinking about this?
Well, $6,500, it sounds like a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money really when it comes to what this offers. So whether you are a layperson at home and you're not one to always go to a facility, if you think of spending 70 to $100 a time, I mean, over time, this machine will last. I mean, and if you want it in your home, I would highly encourage you, if you have the expendable income, plus they offer the best payment options. And whether, if you are a physician, like I'm working through my malpractice insurance loan for tables, so chiropractic beds or tables, so the vibroacoustic, the V.I.B.E system, we got through NCMIC, which is the chiropractic malpractice insurance I carry. So they allowed me a very affordable loan. But then you can work through Dr. Schwartz and Bio Harmonic Technologies with their payment options as well. So you don't have to come up with 65 all at once. You can get a 5-year plan, a 2-year plan, a 1-year plan, and pay it off. I wouldn't even think twice. I just ordered my second one on Black Friday because I need one for now my new facility that'll open in March. So rather than waiting till March, I'm just assuming that by the time I receive that bed, I'm gonna need it probably in my facility I'm still in right now. And maybe by the time I open in March, I'll get a third. But
I love it.
yeah, and I buy the contoured one. Honestly, it's very easy to move. I have not flown with it. I see if people are concerned about that, then get on WhatsApp and read all of the. There's a lot of tidbits, and it's very thoughtfully organized, and it's packaging. It's very safe. It's an amazing design, and it's we did take it to our first psychic fair here at a hotel. It's an annual thing, and it was a great hit there. And that was the first time we ever packaged it up. So I've not flown with it. And that would be interesting. But they do have the flat beds. They have the contour beds. There's $1,000 difference. My next agenda is probably the quartz water purifying thing. So I would go to BioHarmonic Technologies, and I wouldn't think twice. If you can find a way to purchase it, don't think twice. You will not be disappointed.
Oh, thank you for that. Absolutely. It's true. I'm a vibe owner too, you guys. I was the first original like OG vibe owner. And so it's just been amazing to meet with the
Dr. Schwartz's guinea pig.
Yes.
Oh,
And it's
good.
amazing to be a part of this journey, to see it expand and grow, like we were talking about earlier, and how it's just grown so much and it works. And we just, not only is the product amazing, but our community is amazing. Like it's just
The
a
community is. And it's diverse, which is nice because, whether you are the spot owner with no medical background and you're just reading like a magazine article on resonance and frequency, or whether you're a physics genius, or whether you're a practitioner just learning, trying to go deeper with your patients like me, it's accessible to anybody. And honestly, the chats, there's no hierarchy, which is nice. I'm never one for ego, so I really love the diversity of the people. And you just learn so much because it also shows different backgrounds, and people are very transparent. Like here's
real quick.
my save your butt list, and all those other things. Like here's my intake form, here's how I do it, this is how much I pay for packages, this is how much I'm doing it individually, and there's just a lot of info. It's nice.
We have a couple seconds left, so I don't want to cut you off, but real quick before it cuts us off, where can people find you?
McCarterHealthCenter.com, or at McCarter Health Center for Instagram, same with Facebook. And you can always email me directly at drheather@McCarterHealthCenter.com. And you can come by my facility. I'm in Parkersburg, West Virginia. And you could call it 304-428-8300. And I think that's it.